Ennis Show. It is Josh, and it is Jilly. How are you, ma'am?
Good, there's a new mic.
You have a new mic?
Switched again.
We did.
I just got used to that one.
I know. Well, I was talking to the to AD, who is the engineer at 97.5, and I asked him to listen to our audio and tell me, what he thought the problem was.
Yeah.
And he said the best solution you have right now is to switch microphones, because that microphone, to get technical, I guess, that microphone requires less oomph to get going as opposed to this microphone, so it made sense to switch.
Now, is it better if I keep it straight like this, or should I put it up like this?
It doesn't matter. I mean, you just whatever way that way works fine. I think that way works fine right there.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I bet I'll move it 25 times during the show. You guys can count if you want.
You got it. Whatever you need to do, you got it. But we welcome you into the show today. I'll probably just order another one of these microphones for you two at some point. But that is not our concern today. Our concern today is that it's Friday, damn it, and the Flyers play. What are the Flyers playing, 2 hours?
Less than 2 hours.
We're less than 2 hours away from the Flyers, so that's exciting, right? Yeah?
And you gotta work.
And I do have to work.
Well, intern.
Well, yes, I have to intern. I have to intern at the radio station, so you're absolutely right. But it is Friday, and before we get into anything, I do have to tell you about Dr. Busby and ToeGrips.com. That's right, ToeGrips.com. Luther, actually, the reason we started late today is that Luther was at the chiropractor, at the puppy chiropractor. Again, that's hardcore white people problems.
Every time I say that, people are like, are you serious? That exists?
Absolutely, it exists. Our dog goes to the chiropractor, and our dog loves the chiropractor, apparently. But Dr. Busby at ToeGrips.com, she is the best in terms of that Encore Mobility. What is Encore Mobility, you may ask? Well, it's this supplement that helps your dogs get around a little bit better. It promotes hip and joint flexibility, restores mobility and comfort, and renews vigor and vitality. It renews vigor and vitality. And Luther does seem like a completely different pup with the combination of the Dr. Busby and going to the chiropractor. He gets around. He went to the park today, even though it's 100 degrees, and ran.
He's running better, too. His legs don't kind of stick together, and he's just really energetic. He's into it.
He is. He's awesome. So if you want to help your puppies get around better and just have a better life and experience that renewed vigor and vitality, well, the correct answer for you is ToeGrips.com's Encore Mobility. And, of course, the Toe Grips are there as well, and they help your dogs get around on wood floors. Even if, maybe they struggle to get around on wood floors, these little things that go on their toenails will really help them out. So ToeGrips.com, and if you go to ToeGrips.com, you will get a 10% discount off your purchase if you use the promo code Luther. That's Luther if you use the promo code Luther, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. It is our friends at ToeGrips.com, Dr. Busby and Mr. Dr. Busby. They are awesome people. We love them. It is ToeGrips.com, ToeGrips.com. Let's rock today.
Senator Kamala Harris said she would change the dietary guidelines of this country to reduce the amount of red meat Americans can eat. Well, I've got some red meat for you. We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Do you not realize what you're saying? You can't make this stuff up. I got some red meat for you.
Let me tell you something. I got some red meat for you right here,
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
I got some red meat for you right here, baby, right about now.
This is fantastic.
We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
We are not going to let that happen. That will not happen. Not on my watch.
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
That's the kind of stuff that Boosie said that got him kicked off of Instagram, I think.
I bet I was going to check. I don't think he's got his gram back.
Well, you know whose fault that is.
I watched a video yesterday, too, after we were done with the podcast of him, I guess, still screaming at Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep.
And he's trying to explain to him that this is how he feeds his family. He needs his gram.
So Boosie Badass needs his gram because he must feed his family.
Yes, even though he's, sending the thoughts, I believe is the word, $5 on the Cash App.
Yes, but he needs his Instagram to feed his family.
Yep.
He feeds his family via Instagram is what we're getting here.
Because the artist can't tour.
Let's see. Nickelback's Devil Went Down to a Georgia cover and music video has put 2020 back on effing track, says BB Rogan. I bet it has.
I forgot that just dropped.
And I would love nothing more than to listen to that with you guys on here. Unfortunately, that may run us the risk of getting pulled from Twitch. Although I'm really willing to try it.
You're like, I'm going to take this
what the
risk.
hell? What the hell? I want to hear the new Nickelback. I want to hear that. I've heard the little sample of it, the Devil Went Down to Georgia cover from Nickelback, and now I want to hear the damn song. I don't think that's wrong of me to want to hear this damn song. I want to hear it. And on Twitch, it's like, oh, you can't play licensed music. You can't do this. You can't do that. There's all these dopey rules on Twitch, and I'm tired of it. Because when I came over here, Don Collins told me that I can play music. He said, you can play licensed music. You can play whatever. It doesn't matter. You can play whatever the hell you want on there. Don Collins told me that. That was a straight up quote from Don Collins.
We were basically
He said, you can play it.
The only rule, no nudity.
That's all we were told.
That's it.
No nudity. Can you play Kids Bop Nickelback songs? I can't. I can't play anything. I can't play karaoke versions of songs.
They're very strict on it.
I got an email from YouTube, actually, about the Dr. Busby song I use. That's why I don't use it anymore.
Oh, really? I thought
it was unlicensed. But I didn't get it. It wasn't like they were taking money or anything like that. It's just an email.
Cease and desist.
It wasn't even that. I didn't really understand the email at all. It just said that there's been a copyright claim on this song. So I just stopped using it for the hell of it until I find out what exactly that is. So, like, Don Collins told me all this shit. Don Collins told me I could play music. Don Collins said, because I told him, I said, well, if you put some of this music on iTunes and stuff, that's kind of a problem. He said, not on Twitch, buddy. Not on Twitch. On Twitch, it's like the Wild West. You can do whatever the hell you want on Twitch.
Not anymore.
Evidently, you can't do whatever the hell you want on Twitch. I want to hear the new Nickelback. I want to play the new Nickelback, and I want you guys to feel the new Nickelback. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Now, perhaps if I would have, we were late getting in today because Luther was at the chiropractor. Perhaps if I would have gone out and downloaded the song and then played it in slow motion.
No, that's in the rules too. Actually.
It is?
Yeah.
You can't do that?
No, you can't do that. That's why you can't do karaoke versions either. There's a very strict, I think I sent it to you at some point, the email.
On.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't even play it in slow motion. We can't even skirt the rules that way. Like, what is Twitch going to do if I play the Nickelback song? Like, what's going to happen? I do pretty good for Twitch, right? I'm one of the bigger names in the radio Twitch game. We have a good Twitch audience. What is Twitch going to do to me if I play the new Nickelback song? Hell, Don Collins is Canadian. He should be all about playing the new Nickelback song. Where is Don Collins today? I don't have my damn phone up here. I'd text him. I'd say, Don Collins, I want to play the new Nickelback. Where is the new Nickelback? I want to play it. That's what I should do. You know what? I might have to do it anyway because I really want to hear it.
Yeah, I wish I could find the actual thing that they sent out, but I can't find it now.
Rob Ellis on Broad says, don't get canceled on Twitch because of Nickelback, man. I think it is worth it. I think it is worth the risk. It is risk. It's like Kamala, no fun allowed. That's exactly what this is like, just like that. But let me tell you what I have for Twitch.
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
That's what I got for you, Twitch. I got some red meat for Twitch when they tell me they don't want me to play Nickelback on here.
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
I got a beautiful slab of red meat for you.
Well, I've got some red meat for you.
No,
That's what I have here.
I feel like you could risk it. I don't know if it's more risky because it's a new song and they're kind of on the lookout for that kind of stuff. But, you haven't gotten the 97.5 Twitch kicked off yet, and you sang for like 2 hours the other day.
Your point is valid. Your point's extremely valid, Jillian. I'm glad you brought that up. I really want to hear the new Nickelback song.
So, I'm just saying, it's a risk. I don't think they'd boot you for your first offense, right? It would just be like a slap on the wrist.
I think you might be right, Jillian.
No, we can't get in the habit of playing music, but maybe we could get away with this just this one time. And if Chad Kroger's listening, we're just trying to promote your music, bro.
Let me see here. Hold on. I'm going to do it, I think.
This is your biggest fan, Chad Kroger. If you're listening.
Listen, I have to hear this. Let's see if this is on here right now. I'm sure it's on YouTube by now. Nickelback, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, cover by Nickelback 1 hour ago. And it's already got 20,000 views.
Is this from Nickelback itself?
Yes.
Okay,
this
good.
is from Nickelback itself.
Because the other day when I tried to have you watch a song on YouTube, it was a disaster, but you were also hammered.
Well, that tends to happen. All right, so let's see here. Hold on. All right, I gotta let the commercial play here, and then I'm playing the damn Nickelback song. It's happening. I want to hear Nickelback. Damn it,
It's happening.
it is happening. I want to hear Nickelback, please. Now there's 2 commercials on this damn Nickelback song, so it's
yeah, it's blowing up.
all right. Let's see here. I'm gonna skip the ad. Now we're playing it down. This is still not the damn song. There we go. I'm playing it. I don't give a damn. You guys didn't hear a damn thing, and I want some bits. We're breaking the rules here. We are breaking all the rules of Twitch to play the new Nickelback. If they want to come after me, they're going to have to go through Gist Nation to do this. So let's go. I'm promoting Nickelback, and that's what I'm about.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind and way behind and willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man picking a guitar and playing it hot, the devil jumped up on a hickory stump, said, boy, let me tell you what. Well, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a guitar player too. And if you care to take this dare, I'll make a bet with you. You're a pretty damn good strummer, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a guitar of gold against your soul that says I'm better than you. But the boy said, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet, you're gonna regret I'm the best that's ever been.
I'm going to pause this for just a second because I've got Pogo Buckin saying it's a ripoff. No shit, Chief.
They didn't say it's new, like they created it. It's a cover.
It's a cover, friend. This is a ripoff.
I'll start this show. And fire flew from his fingertips as he tuned his axe down low. And he pulled that pick across the strings and it made an evil hiss. Then a band of demons all joined in and it sounded just like this.
I'm digging this.
You rocking?
I'm rocking this. This is strong. This is strong stuff here.
Are you going to open your 97.5 show with us today?
I think I am. I think I'm going to do that.
Well, the devil finished. Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son. Well, sit your old ass in that chair right there and let me show you how the fuck it's done.
Yeah! Woo!
Well, don't play that version.
No. Because I know our dumb station won't edit anything because we got dummies over there that just say, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you in a second, actually. Nick's like, I got some audio to play, but it's not edited, so I'll just dump it if there's a curse word. I'm like, then why would we play it? You moron.
Bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that gold guitar down on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best that's ever been.
Now we're rocking.
You really like this.
I do. I didn't tell you. I'm not lying to you. I enjoy it.
You're into it.
I am. Totally into it. Big time. That was a jam.
Evidently, they recorded it a couple of years ago with this fella. And then when Charlie Daniels died, they're like, we got to get this out.
Well, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they got that out because that is not like my mind is blown. I like this person that says, are their mics broken? Oh, never mind. I think we have some real dumb people in our chat.
Oh,
Bless their
we
hearts.
know
We just
that.
have some morons in here.
That's not shocking.
I appreciate them
It's a
all, but there are
ripoff.
some more. Guys, that's a ripoff. Do you not know that? Like, listen, bro.
Have you never heard the devil went down to Georgia?
Bro, that is a ripoff.
There's
I
this
hate to
other-
tell you this, but that is a stone cold ripoff, bro.
You've ever seen Coyote Ugly?
Listen, let me tell you something, friends. That is a ripoff right there. They are not the first to do this. That is completely unoriginal. That is a complete farce.
geez.
That is a completely farcical call.
I think a bunch of people put out new music yesterday. I think Drake dropped a new song, maybe Miley Cyrus.
Well, I
want to
can
say.
tell you that I care very little about
Yeah.
either one of those.
But Nickelback.
I care about Nickelback and Nickelback alone.
I'm hoping that's like a sign of things to come. We need like a whole new album that just like really goes hard.
We do. I'm ready for it.
The ballads are fine, but I mean, I think we all agree Nickelback's at their best when they're just rocking.
I just heard Charlie Daniels rip off Nickelback. That's what I heard. That is exactly what I heard, too. Now play The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. No! Do you not understand the fucking point?
That's a ripoff.
My God! Jesus Christ, dude! Play The Sound of... Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here. I'm playing this because it's fucking new. While you're at it, can you also play Black Hole Sun? And maybe Turn the Page by... I want the Metallica version of Turn the Page. While we're just doing this, I really want to hear these things. I don't really understand the concept of what I'm doing here. Just playing a goddamn song that came out an hour ago. My God. It's like, holy shit, people.
Holy smokes,
Holy
John.
smoke. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my thoughts exactly. Holy smokes, John.
Holy smokes, John.
Holy smokes, John.
You all are John.
So condescending today. I should just turn on Missinelli. Then turn on fucking Missinelli. I don't care.
Boy,
Condescending? How am I like? God, do you not listen to the show? I'm always condescending.
they've really got you going today.
What are you people? God, Joe sends me a message yesterday. You should chat with the chat more. This is what I'm getting. He said, I said, Joe, all we're getting is dumb shit from the people in the chat. He says, can you want examples? This chat is stupid.
I guess the past couple of days you haven't really had the chat up as much, right?
No, but I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I said, it's Friday. I'll talk to some more people on the chat and see what people are up to. Like, here's what I'm getting from people. Hey, can you play Disturbed? No, I cannot play Disturbed. You made my day. Well, you know what? Thank you, BB Rogan.
Someone had to.
I'm glad that I made your day. Thank you. Oh, man. I just, like... okay, you know what? I'm going to just ignore that for a while.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to ignore you dipshits for a while. My God. And then, like, here's the part that bothers me. And these must be Philly people. But it's like, I'm telling you how much I dislike you, but you don't go away. Like, that's the thing. It's like people just laugh and they're like, oh, yeah, this is fun. I'm telling you how much I dislike you. And you're still there. You're still there nonstop, just laughing at it. It's fascinating to me.
Well, I mean, you've said it before. It's the classic example, like the Bill Burr stand-up.
I mean,
He's Philly's favorite comedian now, probably.
I'm just baffled.
Still.
I am baffled by everyone. I dislike you too, yet here I am. I don't understand it. But God, part of me just wishes Mark Zuckerberg would just take away the Twitch.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Does he have control over Twitch too? My God, I want Mark Zuckerberg to come in here and just take it all away.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I actually want to know the pain that Boosie is feeling right now.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm wearing my Just Nation shirt in San Diego. No one has recognized it yet, but I will keep you posted.
Well, if anybody does, that would be something.
That'd be something if you're walking around San Diego and someone goes, oh, shit, Just Nation, huh?
That being said, if you're in San Diego, you need to go get that beer that we like from San Diego.
Which one is that?
The tropical IPA. It's like green. Is it Green Flash
Tropical
or something?
DNA or...
Yeah. I think it's called like Green Flash Brewing.
Yeah, it's really good. It is a tasty treat. It's a very tasty treat. So yes, and someone asks about, we all hate each other, yet we're all still here. Does that make any sense to you?
Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
Holy smokes, John.
Green
Holy
Flash
smokes,
Brewing.
John.
San Diego friend. Go find it.
You should. McDougal's are funny. McDougal's are a fascinating breed. They hate everything, yet they can't quit anything.
Wait, what was the post you sent yesterday to me while you were in the
I was
shower?
in the shower. So I'm part of these Eagles fan groups.
Because they don't ask, they just add you now. Like, you don't have to confirm that you want to be in the group. People can just add you.
Like it's fascinating. So I'm in all these groups, and I can't help myself but to comment on some of the posts because some of them are just so stupid and out of control. And you know, it's usually like McDougal being angry that Carson Wentz isn't considered top 10, or something. And then, or it's McDougal ripping the Sixers. Then when you jump in and rip the Sixers, McDougal gets very defensive of the Sixers, right? And it's usually like fire Brett Brown type stuff. Well, yesterday, let me tell you about McDougal yesterday. He had himself quite a moment yesterday. McDougal posted a video of him playing Madden.
Nice.
And it was the final score of the Madden game he played. It was the Eagles versus the Cowboys, and the Eagles won 50-22 in that game. And McDougal was very proud of himself because he said the caption was, "Game was competitive, all pro level." Here's the thing,
I think
McDougal.
there was a "what do you think" in there too.
He goes, "What do you think?" First of all, I don't know what to think. I think you're a dipshit who posted the score of his Madden game on Facebook and took it seriously, not ironically. That's number one.
Well, if you beat the Cowboys, that's a big deal. That's a career moment.
But number two, one thing that really stood out to me with number two is he brags about how he played Madden, and he's like, all pro level, guys. Anybody who plays Madden, can you see the problem with bragging about winning a game against the Cowboys on all pro level? Anybody? Oh, that's right. There's another level up from all pro. It's not even the most difficult level. So McDougal is bragging about beating the Cowboys 50-22 on Madden, and he's bragging about beating the Cowboys 50-22 on Madden on the second to toughest level. It's not even like it's not all Madden. It's everybody wins on all pro. Like, that's what you do. You play on all pro and you'll beat the computer virtually every time. Play it on all Madden and tell me what the Cowboys would have done.
What are the odds?
Tell me what they would have done. Tell me what here's a real talk for you, McDougal. Dak would have put it on your ass on all Madden level.
What are the odds that McDougal, who did that, is actually in this chat right now?
Not good. I don't think that we're that kind of audience. I think that guy is currently masturbating to WIP.
Because you got kicked out of the Houston Astros fan page. That was so much fun last year.
It was. They were not pleased.
That was a blast. But you got us kicked out of that because you posted a screenshot on Facebook like a moron.
Well, first of all, that's
screenshotting
garbage.
is for sharing with friends.
Okay.
You don't post it. You don't let people know you're screenshotting.
I understand that. From your standpoint, I get it. They treated it like I committed some crime.
They did.
By being in some private group and screenshotting the stupidity. What was it? I want to say that the post was of some Astros fan, and some Astros fan took a picture of the DK on the wall at Minute Maid and said, "Look, I like Dallas Keuchel too, but come on." Well, of course, that's for Daryl Kyle, who's dead, not for Dallas Keuchel.
There were so many great quotes in that Astros group, though. There were so many. And I can't remember them now because it was so long ago, but oh my, I wish I'd saved them all.
And there's so many dopes.
And they
so
were
many
dead
dopes.
serious.
Yes. And then, of course, I apparently broke some sort of unwritten Twitter rule or Facebook rule, which is you don't screenshot private group messages and post them. And then all these people were enraged and they wanted to fight me over this. Now, of course, those people are probably really silent because the Astros stink.
Oh, don't worry, though. They're coming back. This is the start of the rebirth tonight because they're playing the Mariners, A.
Yep.
And B, I guess Yordan Alvarez has been activated.
Oh, boy. Well, it's on now.
So look out.
Look out, kiddos. If you weren't, listen, this was all just a tiny blip. It was all a blip because Yordan, who couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat for the last month plus last year, Yordan is back, and he is going to be better than ever.
And most importantly, they're playing the Mariners.
Yes.
So we're going to rattle off 3 wins in a row right here.
When the Astros play crappy teams, you better look out because they're coming for blood. They're coming for blood. Why did I not know about this show sooner? I don't know, Shamlet. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from, and I'll tell you how you didn't know about it. This is the greatest show in the goddamn world. This is a fantastic show, man. We don't follow any rules here. We play Nickelback when we're not supposed to. And I want Chad Kroger. I want someone to tweet Chad Kroger, let him know that I played it on the Josh Innes show, and we give it 2 thumbs up, and we give it a 10 out of 10. A 10! A fucking 10!
You should invite Nickelback on the podcast.
I should. I said, listen, we want to talk. I want to get on it, Joe. Redeem yourself from your idiotic message you sent me last night, which is, Josh, you're not talking to the Chad enough, Josh.
Also, he also teased us that one day saying that someone from Bowling for Soup was going to come on. And
Never did.
So, Joe, you know
Still
what you have to
waiting.
do. You know what you have
Still
to
waiting
do.
for it. I'm from Atlanta, and that rant about Tom Herman got me to watch your ESPN show. Well, how about that? Well, that's the most random thing ever, but thank you. Well, I appreciate you, and tell your friends about it. If you're from Atlanta, well, dadgummit, now here's what I need you to do. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends to listen to the Josh Innes Show, because you know what we do? We go hard. We go hard in the paint. Bowling for Soup DM me to do the show, and then he never reached back out. Well, you got to follow up on that, Joe. Now that we're doing the show at, noon every day Central, this should open up the opportunity for us to have more big-name guests on the podcast, Joe.
I would agree.
This opens up opportunities for so many. This should open up the door to finally get Desmond Child on the show. Desmond Child should finally be on the show. Robert Englund should finally be on the show. Bischoff should finally be on the show. And if Joe wants to continue being the honorary producer of the show, we need to get these people on the show. What's the biggest get that he's gotten so far? Nails. That's it.
Or the guy from the Target parking lot.
Those are the two guests you've landed. You've been at this almost a year now, Joe. For almost a year, you've been the unofficial producer of the Josh Innes Show. Here's what you've gotten for us so far. Nails and the dude in the Target parking lot. So that's two guests over the course of nearly a year of the Just Nation podcast here. What are you doing?
Do you think we need to have our web guy make a Joe, producer Joe at joshinnesshow.com email?
Well, wouldn't that be... That
So
really...
it looks super professional?
Yes. Maybe that's the answer. But that's what I need, because I'm sure that Joe's, podcast is BLM is for cucks at yahoo.com or something, which probably really doesn't look all that good for us. Like Desmond Child scrolling through his email's probably like epic songwriter at gmail.com, and Joe is over here like, Black Lives Matter is for cucks at AOL.com.
AOL.com. He still got the CDs that gives you the 20 free hours.
No, you're not funny.
I tell you, I can only imagine that.
Joe,
That's why we can't trust McDougal to ever reach out to anybody. I asked all these McDougals to message the guy. I want you, by the way, to just keep messaging the program director
I know
at
for a fact
97.5.
one of our guys did. I think it was Stu No Gods did.
Just keep sending emails to the program director at 97.5 in Philly and tell him that his station sucks and it needs
Actually,
Josh
you should
Innes.
also just email Mikey Miss too.
That's what you should do. Just keep. Oh God, he'd lose his fucking mind.
Like,
Hey,
hey,
Mikey
heard
Miss.
that,
Hey, Mikey Miss. Hey, Mikey Miss.
And just say it, because we're all in the open now. Everyone knows you emailed Mike.
I
You were
did.
trying to, whatever.
I absolutely
And one
did.
day we're going to drunkenly read that email that you wrote, Mikey Miss, and it's going to be good.
Yes.
But in the meantime, I think, if Just Nation wants to, they should email Mike.
Yep.
And not even just tweet. I mean email, because that's where it gets, real.
Yes.
He can't block you in email
No,
as
but
easily.
he'll say some I just want to see how I want to see how much it will take. Don't insult him. Just ask him. Here's the game I want to do. I want you to ask Trump related questions to Mike Missinelli. Nothing about me, just about Trump. Say, I was listening to the show and I read your things. Why do you hate Trump so much? Because he'll respond. He's a meathead. He will 100% respond, and he will 100%. Now, don't insult him in the email, because he will eventually insult you.
What's his email?
I don't know.
Because I think it would be funny. Because he'll
I think his
expect
email's
it.
on their website.
I don't know. What is it? Because he'd expect it on Twitter, but I don't know if he would expect it in his inbox.
Okay, we got to find his email. Okay, this is fun now.
I also think it would be funny for them to just say, hey, why won't you let Josh work on the station?
I get that, but that doesn't risk getting him in trouble. Here's what I think. Now, here's what he will do. Here's what Mike Missinelli will do. Now, everybody in here, you are to act like you were in Philly and you were listening to his show. Email, okay, Joe just posted it. Mike Miss at 975thefanatic.com. It's in there, okay?
This is going to blow his mind.
And then he will blow his brains out because he is a psycho.
Okay, well, we don't want him to, murder himself, I
No,
don't think.
first of all, I get that. It's not that we're not trying to get to that point. We're trying to get him to get himself in trouble again, which is so easy to do.
I mean, he was tweeting about Trump an hour ago.
Okay, so here's the thing. Say, hey, Mike, I saw your comments, and I didn't want to go after you or anything on Twitter, so I just wanted to reach out via email. But I am MAGA. That's the kind of shit that will drive. But why is it that you hate Trump so much? And it will consume him. He goes on the air in 20 minutes. And I'm telling you, this is going to drive him batshit crazy, and it will be amusing. And and then I want you to screenshot the emails and tweet them to me. This guy is going to go nuts. It's only a matter of time. Now, he appears to be invincible. There's no way he's going to get fired. But at some point he may, because he's just a lunatic. He cannot handle Twitter. He cannot handle emails. How many stories have you seen in the Philly news about Missanelli losing his mind and saying vulgar, mean things to people in
Like
emails?
I said, I don't think he'd expect it in the email. I think Twitter, he's kind of like, ready to fire back in an email. If he just gets bombarded with emails.
Just all like say, hey, we were just reading your comments on Twitter. We are big supporters. And then you got to throw a Trump compliment, something like, Trump really loves America. You don't have to insult any liberals. Let him do all of the insulting
Right,
because he will.
Don't
He will
swear
engage.
at him. Don't
And
curse at him.
No,
Don't
and it
go
will
after
consume him.
him.
This is an experiment, okay? It will consume him throughout his entire show today. And you will be able to visibly see him being rattled and shaken by this. And it will be beautiful. That's all I'm asking you guys to do here. That's the beauty I want to see. So again, the email, and most of you are blocked by him on Twitter anyway, as Stu No Gots points out. He is blocked. So
email.
What was it? Mike Miss at 975thefanatic.com. Okay. Here's now, you want to redeem yourselves, Gist Nation? You guys acted like kind of ass clowns today.
But again, don't be ass clowns in the email. You have to take the high road in the email and just let him attack you
Say,
for no
hey,
reason.
Listen, I saw your comments on Twitter. Mike, I'm big in MAGA. I believe in Trump, and I think he really loves this country. Why is it that you have such a problem with Trump? And just let him go. Let him go. And he'll respond to you. You respond back. Do not get into a fight. Always play the angle of he's attacking you, and he will. It's inevitable he will. Then screenshot me the messages. I want to see these. It's inevitably going to happen. So send the email. Everybody act like you're from Philly and get on it.
He's not going to ignore it.
Oh, God, he can't. That's the fun part. He cannot ignore it. He's a psycho. Like, from what I understand, like they want him so badly to stay away from Twitter because he alienates a large part of the audience. And by the way, he is getting beaten by Mike and Ike, and I think he's getting beaten pretty easily by Mike and Ike.
I think there's
Mike and Ike and
it's always Mike and Ike to you.
Ike and Reese, or what? Ike's and Ike Reese, Marks and Reese. So he's getting beaten by them pretty soundly. So this is an experiment.
I think there's about 2, maybe 3 weeks after the whole thing where he apologized and he was like crying, that he kind of backed off Twitter. But now it's like nonstop.
It
again.
is a nonstop
Like I literally looked like an hour
thrill
ago. He's
ride.
tweeting about like Trump and minorities in the post office and
So
yank
this
him
is
out
your
of
time.
office. Yeah.
This is your time. He is going to respond. So again, John Fitch brings up a good point. Kill him with kindness. Have a nice civil discussion with Missanelli when you do this. There is no need to destroy him. Just have a discussion because we're trying to prove once again that he is the just imbalanced meathead. And that's what he is. He will go off on you. He will call you names. He will insult you. He may call you gay slurs. I don't know what he'll call you. He is a lunatic. He is a psycho, and we will prove this. So again, Mike Miss at 975thefanatic.com. This is your opportunity. This is your chance.
And I don't know why it matters so much. I don't think it matters to you necessarily. I just think you just want to have some fun.
Gist
This is your version of fun.
Yes, Gist Nation doesn't take the high road. We're rock bottom people. Look at our leader. Exactly. I'm tired of taking the goddamn high
but
road with
for
everybody.
This, be
Yes,
nice.
we're not doing this. Is not, again, we're taking the low road by acting like we're taking the medium road.
Right.
We are certainly taking the low road.
We're only taking the high road because there's a detour. You can't take the low road right now.
Correct. So, be nice, be civil,
Sound intelligent?
sound somewhat intelligent. Okay, see, Pab Tech says he sent one. Okay, this is good. This is going to cause him to lose his mind. He goes on the air in 15 minutes. This is going to consume him for the time he's on the air. He will probably talk about you guys. So, Joe, keep your ears on the Missanelli show because my guess is he's going to talk about it, and it's going to drive him nuts. And then you can also include stuff. I saw something about Republicans say, considering the money you're making, you would think you'd want to be a conservative because Trump wants to protect your money. Just things that are going to blow his mind.
Another fun one to say is like, I have a friend who's a Republican and he really wanted to spend money on radio, but he's kind of hesitant now. What should I tell him?
What should I tell him about that? Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like just fight, like allow Missanelli because he can't help himself. He is going to just lose his mind on you.
I mean, you could even drop in like, hey, I'm a fan, but my, my uncle owns a business and he's a Trump guy, but wants to spend some money. Like, should I tell him to email you? Or, just little things like that.
So I see people posting a bunch of ones in Twitch. Is this like trying to signify that you guys have sent a tweet or sent the email to him? If so, let me know. Go ahead and post whenever you guys do. And then I'll be watching throughout the day to look at my Twitter and other social media to see if he's responded to you guys. Inevitably, he will. And
no. Here's the problem. He's not on today, right?
Is he? Why wouldn't he be on?
Flyers.
Oh, that's right. But that's even better. That means he's sitting around his house.
He's got nothing else to do.
He's got nothing going on. So he's just sitting at his house, angry. He hates hockey already because of all the whites. So, he's angry that hockey's eating into his time already. So, okay. Good. This is going to drive him even crazier. He is going to lose his mind.
He has no distraction of the show now.
Correct. So he will sit at his home and he will respond to every one of you, and you guys can have a nice little back and forth with him and kind of push him a little bit more each time, and eventually he will call you names and destroy you, and it will be a thing of beauty.
He might invite you to come fight him.
Think this is it. Hey, man, I don't like Trump either, but Biden, really? I can't justify voting for Biden. That's not bad either.
Ooh, that's good.
MW Soulgrove, you go ahead and you sit. Listen, if anybody's going to be able to be our hardcore henchman in this, MW Soulgrove might be the best example here.
Yeah.
I try, MW Soulgrove, you do that voodoo that you do so well without insulting. Just have a debate with the guy, and he will eventually call you a gay slur, if I had to guess.
Or invite you to come fight him.
7 people have already emailed Mike Missinelli about this.
Oh.
Why do you hate the economy? Trump is the best thing for the country. Why do you hate this country so much? That's not a bad one either, because you're not insulting him at that point.
It's an honest question.
And that will God, you guys are you know what? We're back in it together, guys. We're back. We are friends again.
Have redeemed yourself.
You have totally redeemed yourselves.
I'm just saying.
You guys are back. You know what? Fart sounds for you. Are the Twitchers back?
Yes, that is confirmed.
You bet your ass it's confirmed.
Oh, boy.
MW Soulgrove says, I am here, and I am here to take it down. Stu No Gots, he is in. Boy, this is sent receipt to Josh on Twitter. Okay, don't send me the tweet until he responds. Because I don't want just a bunch of tweets coming at me with the examples of what you sent. I want to see what he responds with.
Right, and we don't want him to catch on that this is your doing. Yeah.
Yes. I asked Mike, can you imagine navigating a pandemic when the Democrats are trying to steal an election? Seems unfair to me. Oh, Joe. Joe, you are back.
Yes, that is confirmed.
Now, Jason on Twitter did just order a Boomer Naturals mask, so.
Thank you, Jason on Twitter.
He
Appreciate
sent you the
that.
receipt.
Thank you. Here we go. Hey, Mike, love your show, but I saw your comments on Twitter. Just want to let you know that I'm all for MAGA, and I think Trump has done some great things for our country. What is your issue with President Trump? Why do you dislike him so much? Thank you, a loyal listener. Okay, good job,
A loyal listener's a good
That's
one.
That's good. I'm telling you, he's going to lose his mind. He's not going to even notice. It's not going to occur to him that just 13 emails just came
back
in
to back
a minute.
to back. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, there's no time limit on this.
Correct.
You can email it when you're listening. That's
the subject
totally fine.
of that was love the show.
Hey,
good,
bro.
Good. Okay, this is fun now. Now things are good.
You should also end an email with "Go Flyers."
Oh, that'll really irk him. Hey, flyered up. Hey, Mike, I'm just over here flyered up, ready for the hockey game today.
But I couldn't help but ask. Trump, am I right?
Am I right? Right? All right, we got to tell you about some people that make the show possible as well. Let's see here. Who makes the show possible, Joey?
Colonial Concepts and Design.
Well, that's a good one to talk about here since we're talking about Philadelphia and trying to just destroy Mike Miss mentally, which is not hard to do. Even if they don't call me for a job after he eventually burns himself down, I will have felt like this was worth it.
Yeah, usually I bust your balls about being obsessed with getting back to Philly. I think this is actually just for the fun of it.
Yep.
I don't think you're actually trying to get a job
God,
out of this.
I'm not trying to get a job anywhere at this point. You
This
know what
is
I'm
just
saying?
fun. This is
I'm burning it to the ground like who?
Nickelback.
Here's an email. Hey, Mike, I love your show, but I saw your comments on Twitter. Just want to let you know I'm all for MAGA, and I think Trump has done great things for our country. What is your issue with President Trump? Why do you dislike him so much? Thank you, a loyal listener.
I want to see him. The only reason I wish the show was on because I would find it on the stream and watch it on
God, that's
Comcast
great.
or whatever.
Thank you, S. Gumby13, who emailed Mikey. Oh, God, you guys got to stop. Mike's going to be on vacation next week. Vacation. Like where Daddy went. Let's see here. So, Colonial Concepts and Designs. That is our man, Mike Cohen.
Oh, God, people really are just screenshotting their emails.
I'm telling you, he is going to lose his mind.
Stu No Gots really didn't hold back. This is what he wrote.
Okay.
This is just absurd.
All right. Hey, Mike, let's go Flyers. Let's go El Presidente Trump. How come you hate President Donald Trump, Mike? He's a great president. Let's go Flyers. Let's go President Trump. 4 more years of Trump. Trump Pence 2020. Let's go Flyers. Oh, Stu No Gods. Appreciate the passion.
The minor leaguer has also written an email. Oh, his actually just says hire Josh Innes.
Oh, no. Oh,
gotta know.
no. You're missing the point, but thank you.
Sincerely, a concerned listener.
And one day I will read you that email I sent. And just to warn you, it's all bullshit. But that's what I was told to do. My agent was like, if you want to get a job there, you got to kiss his balls. And I said, well, I mean, my idea was get back on the radio, play by the rules for a while, get numbers, and then just take the world over. Obviously, you know, that didn't happen in that order. Saw your Twitter comments and you're dead wrong. Trump 2020 MAGA. Will this be on Crossing Broad? Well, the Phillies are so bad, they've got content there now, so they may not need me today.
And he's going to know it's you.
Who, Missinelli?
Yes.
But that will not stop him from responding.
That's true.
He will respond. Anyway, so Colonial Concepts and Designs, that's our buddy Mike Cohen, and they are in the business of making your homes look all nice like, right? Mike's been in this really since the beginning here. And let me tell you, they will make your house look real, real nice, whether it's floor and wall, kitchen and bath, cabinets and countertops, drywall and drywall repair. They will do it all for you with Colonial Concepts and Designs in the Delaware Valley area. They're a locally owned Delaware Valley business. And I keep saying Mike's eventually going to come on the show and tell you his story. He's got a great story. I mean, just a really awesome story about his life. It's a redemption story. He's great. But if you call and say that you're a listener of the Josh Ennis Show, if you're part of Just Nation, 15% off your total labor cost just for being a supporter of the Josh Ennis Show. You can check out videos on YouTube to see what magic they've been working. The videos are there. Check out their channel, Colonial Concepts and Designs. The phone number is 609-849-7558. 609-849-7558 is the number. Of course, Colonial Concepts on YouTube. Check them out. Hire good people because that's what they do. And who knows, they might actually have a job for you. I saw that he was looking for some workers. So if you want to shoot him an email or a call, 609-849-7558. Don't hire scummy people to work on your home. Hire the folks at Colonial Concepts and Designs. Who's next?
Next, we have Prime One Consulting.
The next is Prime One Consulting. That's right, Prime One Consulting. That's our buddy Jason. And of course, Jason is in the mold business, which doesn't sound like that appealing of a business because it's not, because mold is terrible and it's bad for you and it'll hurt you and it causes you breathing issues and it's awful. That's what we're dealing with here is we really hate mold. So contact my buddy Jason at Prime One Consulting and they will do mold inspections for you. Who needs a mold inspection, you might be asking? Well, here's who needs a mold inspection. If you're buying or selling a property, if you're moving into a rental property, if you have frequent sinus headaches or sinus issues, immune compromising illnesses, or if you've had recent water damage to your property, you need to have a mold inspection done. And if you're in the Houston area, this is the place to call. If you're concerned about your air quality, you've had recent damage to your property, if your AC system is more than 8 to 10 years old, don't wait until you see that visible damage. Contact them over at Prime One Consulting. They come in, they do a great inspection. This is a late step process. It's very easy. It's not time consuming. It's great. So get in touch with them. Get healthy air now by calling 281-545-5005, 281-545-5005. It is our friends at Prime One Consulting, $50 off if you mention the Josh Innes Show. PrimeOneConsulting.com. That is the email, or the website, I should say. Prime One Consulting. Thank you very much.
We have one more if you want to do it now.
Oh, well, hell, then let's do. I apologize. What was I doing? Who's next?
This is our busy day. Aqueduct.
Aqueduct Plumbing. That is Billy and his sister Mary. That is right. Billy and Mary at Aqueduct Plumbing Company, 281-488-6238. 281-488-6238. And they're at your disposal, my friends. They are outstanding at what they do. They've been to the house. They're in the plumbing business, of course, and they've been to the house multiple times to work on Jilly's plumbing. They do repipes, leak detection. What are you laughing at now?
Sounded wrong.
Of course it did. That's why I said it that way.
I know.
But let's see. They do the tankless water heaters, which are a game changer for a lot of people. Drain cleaning. Is that what did we technically have done?
I think we had the drain cleaned and unclogged.
I gotcha. And they do it all. They're great at what they do. The service is outstanding. The people are outstanding. Good, trustworthy people. Aqueduct Plumbing Company. The number is 281-488-6238. And, of course, the website, aqueductplumbingcompany.com. Check them out. They do amazing work. Aqueduct Plumbing Company for all your plumbing needs. Thank you very much there. So what else is going on in the world today, kiddos?
That's a good question.
I mean, people are sending their emails in, or they're emailing Mikey Miss right now. He's going to lose his mind. In a way, it's cruel, but he's not a good person. And I think when you do bad things to cruel, bad people, it's okay. I'm a believer in that. Let me see my Twitter here and see if anybody sent me any tweets as examples of what they're doing here.
It's Steve Martin's birthday. We've had the discussion about Steve Martin
Steve
movies
Martin
already,
is not
though.
funny.
Yeah.
Steve Martin's not remotely funny.
We've had this conversation before.
He is 100% not funny, straight man. He's just not the funny one. I've never understood Steve Martin, but I just don't understand it. Not that like he's not good in these movies, like he's good in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But I guess that's the burden of being the straight man, is you don't really get the credit because John Candy's the funny guy. Although
right.
I would argue that Steve Martin was actually funny in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles as being the angry straight man. But big picture, he's not really that. I don't find him funny. Like a standalone, Steve Martin is not funny. Where are the movies where Steve Martin isn't playing off the actual funny guy that you would go, oh, Steve Martin's funny?
If I scrolled back enough through this notebook, I think one day we made a whole list of Steve Martin movies. Or was that Chevy Chase?
That was Chevy Chase.
I feel like we've had the same
Steve
discussion.
Martin, Steve Martin is good in Parenthood. That Parenthood's a good movie. But it's not because Steve Martin is funny.
What about Sergeant Bilko?
Sergeant Bilko is not a funny movie, and he is not funny in Sergeant Bilko. Bowfinger is a good movie, but it's a good movie because he plays the straight man and the concept of the movie is funny. Our man Miller Time here just achieved 100,000 GIST points. Don't know what that's going to get you, but I appreciate you, and you should feel proud of yourselves.
Don't get Joe started on the GIST points.
Yes. I did ask a question on Twitter yesterday. Why does Dame Lillard get considerably more love and appreciation than James Harden? Mostly, it sounds like a compliment to James Harden, but it's also one where I hate him. Therefore, I hate Harden and I hate Lillard, but Lillard is getting so much love from people for basically being the same player.
Like, we were rooting so hard for Brooklyn yesterday.
Yes.
You and I both were sitting there like, come on, LeVert, hit that last shot. We don't want
it
Dame.
so bad.
And, yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
And I never had anything against Dame Lillard, but
it just kind of
recently,
came over me that I hate him.
because every game you watch, they would outwardly be cheering for the Blazers and Dame and go Portland, and they're going to get in and they're going to beat the Lakers. It got annoying.
Yeah. Mike Miss just legit blocked me on Twitter. Anyone else? Well, Jim Stud, did you tweet him or did you email him? It's all this love for Dame because Zion was a bust in the bubble. I think that's fair as well. Your Grizzlies can still be the 8th seed. They will not be the 8th seed.
They are the 9 seed. I think that's official.
Yeah, but like they could get in as the 8 in the tournament.
Oh, yeah,
But then
yeah,
when
yeah.
they get into the playoffs, that's not going to happen.
They'd have to beat Portland twice.
Now, Portland doesn't play a lick of defense. What's funny is people blow Portland, yet every one of their games is close. Whether they win or lose, the games are all close, and they're giving up, I think, like 120 points a game in the bubble. They don't stop anybody.
Yeah, you tell me how that team yesterday, struggling to beat Brooklyn, is going to just roll in and beat the Lakers
Yeah,
in
have
a
fun
series.
with that. Who's going to guard Dame? It does not matter because you can't stop anybody. So good for Jim Stud, though. How did you get blocked on Twitter if you emailed him? Like, did he just like locate you and block you? Like he looked you
looking
up?
up people's names.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm going to look you up and block you on Twitter. He is going to lose his mind eventually. He already has. Sometimes he can act like he's holding it together, but you saw the video of him throwing his headphones. Like me, I might have issues sometimes, but I've gotten past the throwing headphones part of my life.
Which is good.
You know, I don't get all that angry over shit anymore. This dude's lost his mind, and it's beautiful. What Dame is doing is what Wentz did against shitty teams last year. Lakers going to sweep them, and then everyone's going to feel bad for Dame. 100%. But like Harden loses in the playoffs, and it's, Harden had it coming. Harden. Like, again, I hate that I'm defending Harden, but like there's no difference. You look at their playoff records, you look at their career records. Harden's got one MVP and could have multiple MVPs. He's a top 2-3 in the MVP every freaking year. Yet somehow Harden gets shit on by everybody, and Dame is out here getting blown by everybody, and I think that's why I annoy him so much. Dame plays in Portland. That's big fish in a little pond. If he played in a big market, he'd crack under pressure like the 19 Western Conference. The thing is, though, when does he win? Like, wow, here's what happens with Portland. Like a couple years ago, they beat Oklahoma City in the playoffs. Ooh, wow, they always lose in the playoffs. Like, they just beat shit. They beat the Rockets in the playoffs a couple years ago when Dame hit the shot. Big damn deal. Thank you, H. Tex Coog, 4 months of being a subscriber. If you guys don't subscribe, it is free. And that money, half of that money at least goes into my pocket. So, dadgummit, get on it. We'd appreciate you. I can't root for LeBron, so go Blazers or Grizzlies. I can root for LeBron when it comes down to beating Dame.
Oh, you're going to be the biggest LeBron fan ever for that
And
series.
I hate LeBron. And I also saw some story today where Candace Parker said that Black Lives Matter is not a political thing. It's a morality thing. Okay, kiss my ass. Don't play the morality card here. Like, that's what people do to make you seem like a horrible person, is they play the angle of, well, you're just immoral if you don't like taking a knee for the anthem or whatever. It's bogus. 100% bogus stuff, man. Come on, man. Like, all these, like, it's not a moral thing. It's a, people are kind of burned out on your fake bullshit movement thing, I think is what's happening. By the way, people can, and it's not a moral thing because I don't know many people, at least in my world, who don't think everybody's an equal person. That's everybody. Most people think that way. Most people don't want to get beaten over the head with this bullshit when they turn on a basketball game or a baseball game or a basketball, football, whatever. They don't want to be beaten over the head with it, and they certainly don't want to be beaten over the head. You want to guarantee you keep losing more people? Let's say you had somebody who was on the fence, and you go, well, basically, you're immoral if you don't like what we're doing. Well, then I'm out on that one, too. So go ahead and make your own grave there.
We didn't even talk about that. You got the series you wanted.
Oh, the Rockets and the Thunder.
Yeah. Now, Russ is going to miss the start of it at least. Does that water it down for you any? Or
a little bit, but I mean, so when the Rockets lose, then it's somehow going to be, well, because Russ wasn't there at the beginning. Keep in mind, Russ doesn't win in the playoffs either. Russ is like, basically Dame today is what Russ was 2 or 3 years ago. The media blows him and he scores all these points and triple doubles. And what did Russ do in the playoffs? Dick. What does Dame do in the playoffs with Portland? Dick. What does Harden do in the playoffs? Dick. There's like 4 teams that ever have a chance to win it.
But this year, I'm telling you, we've said it before, there are no strip clubs, no strippers to distract Harden.
He might be in.
Rockets are winning the finals this year.
They may. They actually
And
might
that's
win the
why.
whole damn thing. It's not impossible. He seems locked in.
He
With
does.
no strippers out there, that changes the game.
Well, there's data that backs that up.
That's true. There's a lot of data that shows that. Strong data. I'm better than everybody who's not part of Just Nation. Exactly. That's exactly right. So I'm going to have to get out of here because it is, 1:05 already, and I got to get to the radio station. Might just bring some beers from home today and just get the party started on the air. It is Friday.
Well, damn, then you better stop at the store because you're going to want to drink tonight.
I don't know that I'm going to want to. Listen, I can drink 2 beers and not want to drink tonight.
Oh.
That's how I opt. Now, if you want to drink tonight, we can, but I mean, what the hell's on to...
Opposed.
Well, I mean, but there's also popcorn and M&Ms to be consumed tonight,
Yeah,
too.
that's
So.
true.
All right, anyway, so I got to go. It's 1:08, Josh. Time to pro bono at 97.5. That's true. I must do that. Let me know if you guys get your responses from Mike Missinelli. How long have you been on now, Josh? You hit 1 month? What, at 97.5? It's like 3 months. I think the 3-month anniversary is coming up, I guess, next week. But anyway, got to get out of here.